All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome back. God bless you. I love you. Uh, Looking forward to our time together today, as we are typically every Wednesday. This is Royce Thomason, just a being of love and light, at least doing my best to embody that more and more, to allow the presence and the love and the grace and the peace and joy of God to flow through me, as clear of a vessel that is possible, through the living of my life. Anyway, glad to be back here as I am every Wednesday. Looking forward to a good time together. See that somebody has just joined us. Oh, I just realized that I never actually connected my mic. Yeah, I'm wearing the mic, but I never actually connected it. But anyway, whoever that is that just joined in, hello, welcome, any blessings to you. If you don't mind, just jot a quick something in the chat. It doesn't necessarily have to be anything, elaborate or anything. You can just wave or whatever. That's fine. I'm trying to find a way to actually make my name go away. I'm not sure exactly how to do that. For whatever reason, um, certain things within the platform, I'm still kind of learning the StreamYard platform that we're broadcasting from. So my apologies for the things that I'm still figuring out with this that have not yet mastered up to this point. And I feel like I was figured something out last week. I don't remember how I did it though. Oh well. And it looks like the person who was in here a moment ago might not be here. I'm just going to give kind of a few minutes for anybody to come in. We're actually broadcasting. I just got done adding an additional place that we're broadcasting. We broadcast on Facebook Live at RoyceFThomason, broadcast on YouTube Live at Matrix Healing, and now we're actually also broadcasting live from the Transcending the Matrix Facebook group. So actually, I haven't been doing much with the with the Transcending the Matrix Facebook group. I'm feeling guided to begin really getting back more active with that. Really haven't done much there for quite some time, but looking to really get back active with that. Um, as I've shared on many occasions, I went several years without teaching. It's been a blessing to not only be able to help people, support people, serve people in terms of helping them to experience medical miracles, revealing, the presence and the power of the love and light and grace and healing power of God being made manifest, which is such a joy to be able to do and a privilege to be able to do. But also in terms of training other people to do it. I've been blessed to see a lot of wonderful things happen for a lot of people, um, across the globe, and that's been a real blessing to be able to see that. Where people, I know that people don't really have to continue suffering with pain and all of these ailments and sickness and disease, and it's certainly um, my pleasure and my honor to be able to support the reawakening of the truth of one's well-being. Really, I shared last week that darkness in and of itself isn't actually a thing. Darkness is merely the absence of light. In a similar way, sickness in and of itself isn't actually a thing. It's simply the absence of well-being, the absence of wholeness. And so what we aim to do is really to help to restore our awareness of the wholeness that is there. It may be hiding, it may be dormant, due to the fact that over whatever life experiences we've had, whatever thought seeds we have watered, whatever attitudes we've taken on about things, whatever unresolved issues that existed within our lives, or maybe even lives of our ancestors. Those things can manifest as sickness and dis-ease. But really, a big part of what we do is help to restore the awareness of wholeness, to move past those blockages, which are typically, really quite honestly, they're things that tend to be more subtle, tend to be things that we might not necessarily pay attention to as the root cause of whatever sickness or dis-ease or even physical injury a person might be dealing with or might be um, suffering with. And so the good news is that, you know, I know that we as human beings, we do a lot of things to botch things up along our life journey. There are a lot of times where we make choices that don't end up supporting our total overall well-being. I know there are a lot of times where we find ourselves in places where we're bringing something other than a sense of well-being to our body temples. I understand that. Uh, we all do it in varying ways. But the good news is that no matter where we've gotten off track, no matter what areas we have um, really hidden our light, or what areas we have put blinders on that have kept us from seeing the love and the light in our brother or in our sister, uh, in spite of whatever mistakes that we've made, whatever missteps we've taken along our life's journey, God really does love us with a love that isn't based on anything that we could do or anything that we could avoid doing or refrain from doing. It's a love that is based in the essence of God, which is love. And one of the ways that I've seen over the years that love is manifested is in acceptance. Another way that I've seen that love manifested over the years is in terms of the manifestation of healing. All sickness and disease that, I mean, I've seen so many things over the years, and it typically is the function of some type of miscreation on our parts, or something that we've aligned with consciously or subconsciously, that has ended up having an ultimate impact on our well-being. And that could impact our well-being from the standpoint of our physical health and physical well-being, or even our mental health, our mental and emotional sense of well-being, our spiritual sense of well-being. But because of God's bountiful, hey, Dulcie, because of God's bountiful love for us, bountiful, everlasting, ongoing love for us, uh, healing is available for all those areas where we just miss the mark, where we don't quite line up with the divine design, if you will. And we're thankful to be able to remind ourselves and one another that no matter where we might be on the journey, no matter how many times we have fallen, no matter how intense the situation might seem, whether health or otherwise, God always has a ram in the bush. There's always healing that's available. There's always forgiveness that's available. There's always new levels of love and light that are available. And the more that we allow ourselves uh, to be really receptive to the fact that in each and every moment, no matter where we are on our journey, like I said, God is continuously seeking ways to get that love into us. Even though we might find ways to run from it, or that we might feel unworthy of it. And, I'm here to be hopefully an expression of that. where some of that, forgiveness if it's needed, where some of that love, some of that light, some of that healing can be made manifest. Really, the truth of the matter is, every time I get to participate in the healing of a so-called other, and I say so-called other because the reality is that we really are all one. We really are all one. The hand is not the same as the foot, but they're both part of one body. They have their own purpose, their own function. They reside in different areas of the body, but it's all part of the same body. And we are different expressions of one life, if you will. I like to say sometimes that we're all drops of water from the ocean of God. Each drop contains all of the properties of the ocean. No drop is the whole ocean, but each drop contains all of the properties of the ocean, and each drop of water is one with the ocean and all of the other drops in that ocean. So I see that several more people have come in. I'd love to acknowledge you. If you'd please just say hello or wave or something. Just let us know that you're here. We're certainly glad to have all who have come and are sharing with us. If there's anybody who's experiencing any type of physical pain or any symptoms dealing with coronavirus or any other type of physical health issue, as well as if there's anybody who's experiencing any type of like anxiety or stress or any type of emotional discord or anything of that nature, please let us know too. If you like, we'd be more than happy to step in and be a vessel of healing on your behalf. If you like, we'll even bring you on camera. Angela, good to see you. I enjoyed our conversation the other day and look forward to to connecting a little bit later on this afternoon. Good to have you. And anybody else who's here, definitely a pleasure to have you. I can't see who's here. I see that there are a few people who are here, but the only way I know who is here is if you actually put a comment in the comments. Even if you like the video or otherwise react to the video, I can't see any of that until after the live broadcast is ended. The only way that I'm able to see who's actually here is if you post something in the comments. Again, it doesn't have to be anything, real profound or anything, or even particularly revealing. But I would love it if you say hello or let us know that you're here. It's always a joy to know who's here, sharing in this time together, and these moments of life together, and in this what I would call a sacred space. Also, the more that you all are commenting, it says Facebook user hi son. That's really strange. I'm guessing that's probably my mother or possibly my father. I'm guessing my mother. But it's really strange that it's showing up as Facebook user as opposed to a name. That's strange. Yeah, I don't know why that is. And Debbie Hodges, hey, my sister, good to see you. Long time no see. How have you been? Hope that everything is going well with you. I presume you're still up in the Detroit area. Yes, okay, it is my mother who, for whatever reason, is showing up as Facebook user. I don't know why. That's strange. Yesterday, there's some work I do with a nonprofit where we provide some educational services of a little bit more of a what I call 3D nature, and we do a Facebook Live and Instagram Live on that every Tuesday, and we broadcast from StreamYard, the same third-party service that I'm using to broadcast from here. And I noticed yesterday that someone showed up as LinkedIn. In that case, they showed up as LinkedIn user, and that was really interesting to see. We didn't understand why they showed up that way, other than that maybe there was someone that we weren't directly connected to on LinkedIn. LinkedIn's platform's a little bit different, but usually a person only shows up as Facebook user. The only time I've shown that um, is if like a person is totally not connected to you at all, and maybe you, well, I don't know if they showed up if you blocked them or whatever. I don't know why my mother is showing up as Facebook user, but um, so be it. I don't understand. Makes me think about a song by the all-female a cappella group Sweet Honey in the Rock. There's a song that they had on one of their CDs many, many moons ago called I Don't Understand. Anyway, moving right along, I do want to check in and see how everybody out there is doing. Is there anybody here who's dealing with any pain or sickness or anything that you'd like some healing from? We're more than happy to do it on the spot right here during during this live broadcast. That's part of the reason that we do it, to offer, certainly some encouragement, certainly some hope, certainly to highlight the fact that we really are all one, we really are all connected, to help promote our conscious awareness of the fact that we're all one, that we're all connected, and to hopefully inspire us to live more lovingly towards one another in the process of that, in spite of whatever our apparent differences might be. There is a beauty in the differences, if we can allow for that, and we can even celebrate that, I would hope, because there's a lot that we can get out of the fact that we have so many diverse perspectives, cultural backgrounds, life experiences, and the like. I think that it all adds to the beauty of life, adds to a much richer tapestry of life experience, if you will. But I do want to, if anybody is interested in receiving some healing right now, we are more than happy to participate with you in bringing that to fruition. I know for a fact, with absolute 100% complete certainty, that God is a healer. And one of the ways that I know that is because I get to demonstrate God as a healer. I've been blessed to do that thousands of times over the course of the last couple of decades. The thing is, it's just something that I happen to have been blessed to access, but it is not by any means something that's unique to me. I'm not particularly special. I mean, we're all special in our own way, in the fact that we're all unique. None of us is exactly the same. We all are blessed in unique ways, and we all express ourselves, or the love and light of God is expressed in each and every one of us in different nuanced ways. So, I'm special in that respect, but certainly no more special than you or anybody else. And, anybody who's here can manifest the same abilities that I'm blessed to manifest in terms of healing and the like. It's just a matter of accessing what's been placed within us, and that ability has been placed within each and every one of us. I feel 100% confident about that, and it's just a matter of accessing it. And all it takes is a little bit of an open mind, an open heart to access it. Um, so again, I want to check in. How's everybody doing out there? Also, it makes this a whole lot more interesting when we've got participation. So, I could just come on here and preach a sermon, but you can go all kind of places and listen to somebody preach a sermon. I want to offer something that is a bit more interactive and that allows you to experience something, very, very profound. I'm not against preaching by any means, not at all. Um, I'll be doing so in a couple weeks. At the church I was uh, involved with in Detroit, Transforming Love Community. But I'm definitely not knocking preaching at all. But listen, there's more good that I feel that could come in one healing session than what I could do in maybe preaching 20 sermons in terms of it uncovering things for a person and, drawing one closer to God, empowering a person. So I'm very, very happy to do that. It's my honor to be able to serve God through serving you in that capacity. And like I said, it just makes it a whole lot more interesting if somebody's actually receiving healing than just me sitting here looking at this green dot on my computer and talking. So, is there anybody out there at all who would like some healing, or who has any type of questions at all? Certainly would be more than happy to address any questions as it relates to healing. Uh, if there's even anybody who would like to come on and be visible on the live, we're certainly willing to bring you on to do that as well. So I know that there's a little bit of a delay, about a 15-20 second delay from the time that I say it to the time that you actually hear it, as a function of broadcasting through StreamYard, the third party service. But it is kind of cool because it does allow us to do some things that we wouldn't otherwise be able to do if we were just broadcasting directly into the Facebook Live format itself. Like I say, we're able to be on YouTube Live, broadcasting also live from the Transcending the Matrix group, which I haven't been on in a long time, I must admit. Dulcie, if you're still here, I'm going to need to add you and uh, Jennifer and Lanice. I don't know if Karen is on Facebook. I'm going to need to add you all who were in the class last month to the Transcending the Matrix group, and then I'll need to actually start doing something with it. So we are actually broadcasting into that group right now. Okay, so Debbie Hodges mentions about healing in your stomach and nasal passage. Okay, now you're asking a question, I think, Debbie. Let me get a little bit of clarification from you. Let me get a little bit of clarification from you. Are you asking just the question in general about what's the connection between healing stomach and nasal passage in terms of an emotional connection? Or are you asking with respect to yourself personally? Or finally, are you asking for actual healing in that area? I suppose we can address any of the above, but I would appreciate some further clarification if you can just help me out with that. And because the comments are still kind of, if the comments are a little bit longer, they're kind of cutting off my mouth. I'm trying to scoot a little bit further back from the camera and plug in the microphone. If you could also please let me know if you can hear me now that I've plugged in the microphone. I believe you should be able to hear me, but I just want to make sure that you can. So if anybody can just jot in the comments, yes, we can hear you, or something of that nature, that would be really, really appreciated. Okay. I know that, again, that it takes a little while for you to hear what I'm saying, but hopefully you can hear me. But I can't really tell. So unless maybe if I try to actually go on Facebook myself, I don't know if it'll let me. Okay, great. Thank you, Angela and Dulcie. Okay, so regarding yourself and actually healing, and why do you have these issues? Okay, so what we can do, if you don't mind, let's focus on getting rid of the issues or resolving the issues. Now I can share with you the things that are coming up as we're resolving them, although I don't want you to hang on to those things, whatever those things that are coming up in terms of the root cause behind these issues. So if you can give me Debbie, would you like to actually come on the live? I would be able to ask you questions more more readily and get more immediate feedback if you're open to doing it that way. If not, we understand, and you can just put things in the comments. But if you can give a little bit further clarification about what it is that you're experiencing as far as your stomach is concerned, and I believe you said something about sinuses, about your nasal passage. Yes. So if you can give me a little bit further clarification where that's concerned, I'd really appreciate that. And there was definitely a way last week that I was actually able to make the comments a little bit smaller or a little bit larger. I don't know. Oh, wait a minute. Bam! There we go. Okay. So now it's not, I tried to back up, but it seemed like it was still kind of covering my mouth a little bit. Okay. All right. So hopefully that works a little bit better. Hopefully you all can still see what's said in the comments when I post them there. Okay. Debbie, if you're out there, please let me know if you'd like to come on. I can pull you into the video like we did with Dulcie and Annetta a couple weeks ago, maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago now. That was actually pretty fun, actually, doing that. But again, it allows for real-time feedback as opposed to you hearing what I'm saying maybe 15 to 20 seconds later, and then having to type in. Okay. I'm glad you can at least hear me, though. So, okay, so you're saying that your stomach stays upset. Would you like to actually come on video by any chance, Debbie? And there's no pressure to if you don't feel comfortable with it. But if you're willing to, I think it would help us to kind of expedite the process just a little bit. So if you're willing to come on the video, okay, great. So what I'll do is I'm actually going to post a link. Okay. So if you can, oh, okay, I can see that the link went to YouTube, but I don't know if the link actually showed up on Facebook or not. I hope that the link showed up on Facebook as well. I'm going to see if I can check into the. Maybe if I try. Yeah. I can't see where I posted that's showing up in the comments. I can't see where it's showing up in the comments on Facebook. This is what I will see if I can do, Debbie. I'll see. Now, we tried this a little bit ago. It didn't quite work then for whatever reason. I'm going to see if I can message it to you, though, on Facebook. If I can get my Facebook to work properly. I am so sorry for these technical challenges, folks. It'll be lovely if I had somebody who could help out with some of these technical matters. Yeah, I'm not seeing where it's showing that that when I posted the link. Oh, let me try. Okay, it's telling me that I can't actually post I know another way. Well, okay. I think I can message it this way. Okay, so Debbie, I just it was taking a little while for me to be able to pull up your Facebook page, but I just sent you a direct message inside of Facebook that contains the link. I don't really need the link to show up on YouTube. I don't know why it's showing up there, but it won't show up in either of the places. It won't allow me to post from Facebook for whatever reason, either from my profile or from the Transcending the Matrix group. So I'm sorry about that and any inconvenience it's causing anybody as a result. But in the meantime, does anybody else have any questions or anything? I'd be more than happy to address those in the meantime while we're waiting on Debbie to come on and offer some healing there. Again, I know it takes a little bit for you to actually be able to hear me, but if anybody has any questions or anything of that nature as it relates to healing or as it relates to health and well-being, please, by all means, post that. Or if you haven't, or if there's anybody else who has any health concerns that you're growing through right now, please feel free to drop that in if you're comfortable doing so and therefore willing to do so. Now this isn't something that is just unique to me alone. It's something that other people can learn to do and can learn to do pretty quickly. I believe that if Dulcie's still here, I believe that she can attest to that in terms of this particular methodology that I call Transcending the Matrix, referring to the matrix of third dimensional beliefs of separation and limitation that keep us fighting with one another and believing that we're limited in all that we can express as being. And I see that Debbie Hodges, there you are. Do you have your mic on, Debbie?
I think so.
Okay, I don't hear you. I don't know if your mic is muted or what, but I'm not able to hear any volume from you. Still can't hear any volume. Yeah, and it's definitely not showing, well, from what I can see on my end, it's not showing that your mic is muted within the platform. I wonder if it's maybe not plugged all the way in or something.
What about now?
Because we definitely can't hear anything.
Something now?
Yeah, still can't hear anything. I wonder if you were to unplug the headset, if we'd be able to hear you then. Oh, wait a second. Never mind. To hear you because I had my mic plugged in. Oh no, and we just lost Debbie. It dawned on me that when I've got this microphone plugged in, I can't. The microphone doesn't have audio that comes back out through it. So Debbie, if you can please just pop on. The issue wasn't on your end. The issue was actually on my end because I had my microphone plugged in that does not have headphones. I wasn't able to hear you, but apparently everybody else could hear you. Okay.
What about now?
Okay. Now I hear you, but it's very, very, very faint.
Okay, what about now?
Okay. It's still very faint. I can hear you just a little bit better, but it's still pretty faint.
Is this better?
That is much better. Yeah.
Much better. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry about that confusion.
That's okay.
It was a user error on my part, so it wasn't anything that you were doing wrong before. It was on my part.
Hey, we are what they say, we're not the teenagers on this kind of platform, so it takes a minute.
Yeah.
This is
I,
not what we're used to.
I figured that if I'm a little bit further away from the camera, that
Mm,
that it may be beneficial in terms of you all hearing me if I've got this mic that I'm wearing plugged in.
yeah.
But the mic doesn't work if if I've got you or someone else who's actually live
Mhm.
in the broadcast. So
Right, right.
you can hear me, but I'm not able to hear that there's any sound
Exactly.
coming back the other way. So you said, Debbie, that you've got a situation where you feel like your stomach stays upset.
Yeah, when I go I go to eat, I go out to eat a lot, and
Hmm.
food. I'm a foodie, and
Okay.
so, but I just noticed the last year or so, every other day is just something going on with my stomach, and it's so irritating because, like I said, I am a foodie,
Uh-huh.
and I'm constantly taking something so I don't get sick. Um,
Okay.
and
So in terms of
like a
you
nervous
say
stomach. I don't know what it is.
the way that your experience of it though is your stomach just feels upset. Do you feel like nauseous or
Not nauseous,
just a weird
just
feeling in your
upset.
stomach?
Yeah, yeah, just upset. Have to go to the restroom, and it's just inconvenient.
Okay. All right. I hear you. And now you
Mhm.
mentioned something too about your sinuses or your nasal passage.
Yeah, I'm the nasal passages lately. I mean, like they bleed. Like one of them is bleeding, and so I am going to the doctor. But before I go, of course, I'm praying for healing. And so that is, I don't know what that's coming from. And then now it's affecting, like when I sleep at night, it's affecting my sleep, and it's
Okay.
waking up. And if it's not bleeding, then it bleed black back into my and I wake up in the morning, I gotta go hear it and rinse my mouth out.
Okay. Now it's
So
getting a little bit more difficult to hear you, but let me kind of play back
oh
what I think I'm
uh-huh.
hearing you say. That you're having issues with nosebleeds
Hmm.
and you're having difficulty sleeping at night in connection with that. Now, in
Yeah.
terms of the difficulty sleeping, is it because you're having the nose bleeding, or you're having more like sinus congestion where it's more
It's
difficult
more
to know?
it turned into like sinus. I can sleep through the whole night. It's just uh they say, you make a lot of noise when you're sleeping, like sleep apnea, I guess.
Okay.
And then when I wake up, that's what I was saying. Sometime it'll bleed into my mouth. And so I have to rinse my mouth out before I even brush my teeth. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. So you'll have it bleeding through the night.
Yeah.
You'll be sleeping and having it bleeding through the
Right.
night. Okay.
Right. It's not
All right.
like a lot or anything like that, but it's noticeable.
Okay.
So,
All
mhm.
right. Now, are you having any nose bleeding right now?
Mm-mm, mm-mm,
Okay.
no.
What about the upset stomach? Are you experiencing any of that right now?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Mhm.
So fantastic. Not fantastic that you are
Right.
experiencing
It's
it
not
right now.
fantastic for that, right?
Fantastic that we can measure it and do something about
Right.
it. Okay. All right. So as far as this upset stomach situation is concerned,
Mm,
uh, if we were to put a measure on the upset stomach feeling on a scale of 0 to 10, like 0 being uh, that there's no feeling of upset at all, that your stomach feels completely fine and happy and joyous,
Mm.
and 10 being the most intense degree of upset stomach that you could ever imagine. Where in that range would you rate your upset stomach right now?
7.
So it feels pretty upset right now then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So we'll look to offer some support with that. And really, the issue of the upset stomach and the nose bleeding situation are really two different areas. But we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
We'll still kind of look to work them both at the same time, address them both at the same time. Okay. Is that all right with you?
Okay.
Okay. So I'm just gonna do um, a little prayer real quickly,
Okay.
and uh, I'll just do it out loud in this particular case, and then we'll go in with the healing. Okay,
Okay.
that works for you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So God, I know you to be a healer. I know you to be a healer, and through the union of divine love and your Holy Spirit, the God in me demonstrates you as a healer on the behalf of Debbie Hodges, neutralizing the root cause of all experiences of upset stomach that she's been experiencing, as well as the root cause of all nasal bleeding from the entire energetic structure of every strand of DNA in every cell of her body. Transmuting that into and replacing it with a sense of just total and complete well-being, a stomach and a gastrointestinal tract that just feels joyous and full of bliss and love and light and happiness, and a nasal passage that is just in a state of harmonium and complete well-being, where she's able to breathe clearly, where she's able to um, wake up in the morning with her mouth clean. And I bear witness to her wholeness on this date and in this time and space called now. Thank you so much, God, for this gift of your divine love. I affirm it is done, it is done, it is done in the name and the nature of Jesus the Christ. All right. So let's go ahead and get to work here. So in terms of I want to actually look at the about to say the element, and I went somewhere else. I want to look at like unresolved anger. Okay, so we're going to look at any kind of unresolved anger because that's definitely creating a weakness for you. Uh, Sense of anger that you feel just in your gut. Okay, all right, and we want to transmute that anger into uh, into peace of mind, and as well a sense of empowerment and just total well-being. Okay, all right, and want to really also begin to explore uh, resistance to what is going on. Okay, whatever that might be for you. All right, so we're going to take that resistance to what is. And we're going to actually help strengthen you to have the serenity to accept the things that you cannot change, and at the same time, the courage to change the things that you can. Okay, and actually, that's more where the issue is. Support you more in terms of having the courage to change the things that you can change, uh, and the intestinal fortitude to be able to do that, the guts, the courage to be able to do that, um, and of course the wisdom to know the difference between the things you can change and the things that you can't. All right, now on that scale of 0 to 10, right now, Debbie, where would you rate that sense of upset in your stomach right now? Are you still there? Can you hear me?
6.
Debbie, can you hear me?
Yes,
Okay. Okay. So on a scale of 0 to 10, where would you rate the discomfort in your stomach right now?
about a 5.5, 6.
About a 5.5, 6. Okay. All
Mm-hmm.
right. So let's keep working here and see what else we can find.
Yeah, I
Um,
settled a little.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll work to help settle it some more. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So let's look at what things aren't settled. Uh,
Mm.
is there anything in particular in your life that you're experiencing that you don't feel settled about right now?
Oh, we have to go offline to talk about all that.
Okay, all right. But tell you what, I'll just do kind of a general sweeping. Okay. Um, we'll look at in terms of feeling unsettled, in terms of things that are
um,
going on a societal level.
yeah, that has been bothering me, but um,
Well, I'm just saying it just came up, so we're gonna give you some support there. The other stuff that's more
yeah,
private, I just won't say out
yeah,
loud. I'm
yeah.
just gonna say out loud the things that I feel like you'd be okay with me vocalizing.
Well, I do know that in my gut, one of the things that bothers me is that about you don't know, but about 4 years ago, I lost my home,
Mm,
and I know that that is probably one of the major factors in my gut.
okay, all right. So let's resolve
Yeah.
any type of emotional discord as it
Mm,
relates to loss of home,
mhm.
loss of a sense of security,
Right.
loss of a sense of protection. Okay. All right. And where there were those unresolved emotional things going on with respect to those things, uh, we just kind of want to redirect um, you to be able to joyously move forward in a sense of knowing where your ultimate security really comes from in
Okay.
terms of being able to feel the overall sense of well-being that you are taken care of, that you are protected. Um, uh, call forth um, for resources to be available to you. Uh, Actually, resources being available to you isn't actually, believe it or not, an issue. We'll look at
Mm,
your receptivity to the resources that are available to you. That's actually where more of the issue was. So
okay.
actually work to strengthen you in that area.
Mhm.
Okay, it's a little better now. Now, where would you rate the feeling in your stomach on that 0 to 10 scale right now?
Mm, I say it's at a 5.
About a 5
It-
right now?
yeah, because I guess I'm talking about what's bothering me.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So let's
Yeah.
see if that is actually an issue. Talking about what bothers you. Okay,
Mhm.
that is actually showing up as an issue. So we'll strengthen you in terms of being able to talk about what's bothering you, to express it. We're going to actually, even with that, I'm getting a connection to, in terms of family lineage. We want to resolve some things in terms of family lineage and family socialization. No, family socialization isn't an issue. Family lineage is. And so looking back 6 generations, we want to resolve that in terms of what's been going on in family lineage as it relates to talking about things that are bothering you. Any kind of blockage as it relates to that, or weakness as it relates to that.
Mhm.
Okay. Now, on the scale of 0 to 10, where would you rate it right now?
Mm, now I'm trying to process my mind over matter. Uh,
Were you
I
thinking
say,
about the things that I said, or
yeah, yes,
okay?
I am. They make sense, or they resonate.
Okay.
Uh, I'm feeling a more calmness, so I still say it's still around a 5, but it could be dropping.
Okay, so I'm a little confused. You said it was at a 5 before, and it feels more
I
calm
said
now than before, or feels
it's at a
about the same?
5. It's
Hmm?
at a 5. So it's about the same.
Okay, about the same.
Mhm.
Okay, all right. So, um, so let's just kind of increase your overall sense of peace. Uh, Transmute any worry into peace of mind. Okay, that's better now. Um, and root cause of any anxiety, uh, reconciling that and replacing it again with a sense of peace of mind, a sense of relaxation, a sense of knowing that everything is actually working out for you. Okay, that's actually looking better now.
Mhm.
Okay, and let's look at overall sense of uh, appreciation. We're gonna boost that up a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, uh,
Mhm.
that's looking better. How much we want to boost that by 450%. Boom. Okay, and that's looking better. Alrighty. So where would you say it is on that the 0 to 10 scale right now?
Mm. It's settled down. I would say it's coming down. It's like at a 4.
About a 4.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
not as tight.
You said it's not as tight.
Yeah,
Okay.
'cause when I
So you were
saw
experiencing the
it,
tightness too.
yeah, it was tight. It was tight.
Okay. Okay. All right. I wasn't aware of the tightness too. So let me ask you this too. Um, in terms of it being upset, you know, just kind of like a bubbly feeling in your stomach, or like a nervous stomach, or I want to kind of pinpoint what you feel. And I know you said a tightness, so I'm getting further
It, it, it,
clarification
it
where that's
yeah,
concerned.
it's like a nervous stomach.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So, um, all right. So let's replace with a sense of confidence, uh, trust, faith. Actually, those aren't really showing up as issues for you. And the abilities to see the blessings, though, is showing up as a little bit more of an issue. So we're going to actually offer you some strength and encouragement where that's concerned, uh,
Okay.
kind of energetically here. All right,
Hmm.
all right, okay. And I look at any in terms of like just programming that's taken place over throughout the course of life to um, where you may have missed seeing some wonderful things happening for whatever reason. Kind
Mhm.
of want to shift things to have more of a tendency to see and receptivity to wonderful things being placed in your
Mhm.
lap, actually, uh,
Yeah.
and and opportunities for blessings. Okay, okay. Now, where would you say it is on the 0 to 10 scale right now?
Mm, it's still at a 4.
Still about a 4. Okay.
Hmm.
And is that with the upset feeling or the tightness feeling?
more just, well, the tightness is gone. It's just still um, like a upset, uh, nervous.
Okay.
Uh,
All right. So let's see here. So look at kind of increasing your overall ability to relax in terms of your stomach, in terms of
mm-hmm,
relaxing and trusting your gut.
mm-hmm,
Okay. And feeling confident in trusting your gut. Okay. And yeah, okay, that's looking a little better now. And let's kind of also explore um, any type of like negative judgments you've had toward yourself for times when you didn't trust your gut.
mm-hmm.
Okay. So maybe like 13 different things that came up. We're going to go ahead and resolve all those at once. So you don't have to worry about what those things were.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
that's looking better.
Okay.
All
Oh,
righty. And any kind of guilt or shame regarding that. Resolving that and uh, kind of replacing that with a sense of acceptance, self forgiveness, um,
mhm.
just being able to be at peace now, and you know, accept it and embrace it as a learning opportunity, um,
Okay.
where you learn better and do better once you learn better.
Mm,
Okay.
mm.
All right. So where would you rate it on that 0 to 10 scale right now, Debbie?
Uh, Let me feel myself. Feel it. I said about a three. I feel a
Out
little
of three.
lighter.
Okay.
Yeah, I think because I'm getting it out, or you doing something.
Okay. So you you said we started at a 7. We're down to a 3 right now.
Hmm.
Uh, would you like to see if we can get it down to a 2?
Okay.
Okay. Uh, if you're okay with it, I'm okay with it if it goes down beneath that too. So,
Yeah,
um,
yeah. Like I said, it's not where when I first called. It's not feeling the same. Definitely.
okay,
Yeah.
okay, all right. So, all right. Let's see. Let's see what we can find here. Um, a little bit of karma going on here, but not really so much real karma as imagined karma. Uh,
Hmm.
you know, where you felt like you were due some kind of karmic debt that wasn't actually a real karma. Uh, like 6 of those.
Wow.
We're gonna resolve that though.
Okay.
Uh, Send that to the light of God's love to be transmuted and purified, and and create a sense of you know compassion. Uh, and in this particular case, compassion toward yourself. Um, okay. Yeah. Okay. Boost it now. Clear up any residuals of that karma. It wasn't even real karma, but imagined.
Oh.
Okay. All right. Okay. So right now, in this moment, where would you rate it on that 0 to 10 scale?
I still say a 3.
Still about a 3 or so?
About a 3 or so. Yeah.
All righty. Okay, so let's see. I need to focus on you or need to, at this point, focus on me? And I'm getting the, at this point, I need to focus on me. Okay, so I want to look at really kind of my attachment to the outcome
Mm-hmm.
and any feeling embarrassed if it doesn't work. I want to address this within me. Okay. All right, and any fear, anxiety, worry, tension, that's not really showing up as an issue. Anything on an emotional level, something on an emotional level. So some fear of loss on my part. So we'll address that. This isn't yours, by the way. This is mine. This is my stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. All right. Where would you rate it on the 0 to 10 right now?
Take a second. Down. I say you brought it down. It's coming down.
Okay. Where would you say
I
it
want
is
to
right
say
now?
1. I don't want to say 1, but I'll say 2. I'll say 2.
About a 2 or so? Okay.
Yeah. I want to say 1 yet.
Okay. Not quite a 1 yet.
Wrong.
Not quite a, definitely beneath a 3, but not quite a 1 yet.
Right. Not a 1 yet.
Okay.
I think I'm scared to say 1.
Okay. So let's look at okay, so let's come back over to you for a second then. Fear of not having the problem. No, that's not actually an issue. Let's look at sense of worthiness.
Okay.
That was actually more of an issue. So we'll increase the sense of worthiness in terms of worthiness of healing, worthiness of God's love, worthiness of God's miracle working power on your behalf. Yeah. And accepting that your worthiness isn't even about you. But about the one who sees you as worthy. Okay. And so your worthiness really being rooted in just God's unconditional love. And God's love for you hasn't changed one iota from anything in any of your life experience. Okay. All right. How do you feel right now on a 0 to 10 scale?
I feel fine. I think I'm just afraid to say 1, like you said earlier, but I feel fine. So I guess I could say 1. I'm afraid. Just have a sip of coffee and I feel fine.
Okay. So forgetting that we've been doing this healing, pretend that we haven't even done any healing.
Okay.
Right now on a scale of 0 to 10, how would you rate feeling of your stomach being upset right now?
Oh, my stomach is not upset. 0.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, forget we did all that. So I can, yeah, yeah. But obviously I got some things to work on.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah,
So fantastic.
yeah, yeah. I'm glad. I'm glad.
Okay. So and
Yeah.
let's just kind of also just give you a little boost in terms of uh, allowing yourself to really just celebrate your blessings and being able
Yeah,
to trust that they're so. Um,
that's yes.
yeah,
Yes.
to just be able to trust
Hard.
that your blessings are there and
Yeah.
that they're real for you.
And they're real. They're
Yeah.
real.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
God loves you incredibly. Um, and it's not based on anything you do or anything that you don't do. Uh, that
Ah,
just profound
That's
love is
that's
there
what
and
40 years of programming. So no, 45 to 50 years of programming, thinking
yeah,
it's based on being good or being bad.
yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
You
That's
know.
just part
Yeah.
of the experience of living on Earth. A lot of times
Yeah.
we can all be susceptible to that programming, if you will.
Mm,
And the key is, getting back to it's not the truth. That particular programming isn't the truth.
right. Right.
We
Mhm,
accept it as the truth, but it's not actually the truth. The actual
right.
truth is that there is something about us that we might not always even see that
Mhm.
that is deeply cared for in the eyes of God and in the heart of God. Um,
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
I get that can be sometimes a challenge for us to be able to see or accept because we get so many messages from the outside
Right.
world to the contrary. Uh,
Exactly. Exactly.
but the reality is that, oh boy, there's just a deliciousness in the love that God has for you
I
and
like
me and
that
everyone
deliciousness.
else.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, since you said that you're by your own admission you're a foodie, I figured you could appreciate that particular
Yeah,
uh,
right.
vocal expression.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, and from in terms of scripture, uh, scripture does say, "Taste and see
Yes.
that the Lord is
Eat
good."
and be merry.
Yeah, so there's definitely that deliciousness.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly.
and I'm thankful for the new level of the deliciousness that's being manifested in your experience now, and that
Oh,
you're feeling better.
I'm thankful for you.
Yeah,
Thankful for
well,
you.
I'm thankful for God allowing me to be able to, kind of dwell in this space and
Yeah.
like I said, to be able to serve in this way. I believe a key way that we serve God is through serving, you know, our service directed towards people. So
Right.
um, I'm thankful for the opportunity. I'm uh, very happy to be able to be able to be a vessel of support in this way. Um,
Yeah.
I in a way I'm a healer, yes, but ultimately the real healer is God.
Mhm. Right, right,
um,
right.
yeah, and so
Yeah.
I like to acknowledge that
Of course.
and
Of
give the
course.
real credit where the credit's due. There are things that I do on my
Mhm.
part, but
Right.
um, I could do what I'm doing on my part, and if the blessings of
Mhm.
God weren't on it, it wouldn't happen. So
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm thankful for that truth, that realization, and being able to
Mhm.
participate in that.
Yes. Yes.
So,
Okay.
God, thank you so much for this healing
Yes.
that we've been able to participate in it in today, and that Debbie has
Mhm.
been blessed to receive. Thank you for your continuous unfolding of blessings and all that you make available. Just so appreciative. Just so appreciative. Thank you for this manifestation that's been made manifest today. And again, we affirm this is a done deal.
Yes.
It's a done deal.
Yes.
Now, I know
Yes.
that we were able to measure the thing going on with your stomach. We weren't necessarily able to measure anything with your nose per se. But if you do have anything that happens to show up as an issue with your nose, just reach out to me and let me know, and
Okay.
and we
Okay.
can address that further as well.
Okay. I will. I definitely
Yeah.
will.
Hopefully nothing comes up, but if it does,
That's right.
we'll
That's
just
right.
do what we
Right.
need to do to address it.
Right. Right.
Because whatever it is, it's resolvable. If it hasn't been resolved already,
Okay. Okay.
So,
Right.
yeah.
Well,
All right, Debbie.
thank
Will you have anything else?
No, that's it for now.
Okay.
Give somebody else a chance. I don't know if you got somebody else waiting. So,
Okay. I'm not sure either.
oh,
I don't know if anybody else is even still here or not. So.
oh, oh well.
If there is anybody else who's still here,
Mhm.
please put in the comments. I haven't seen anything
Yeah,
commented lately.
right. Well, you have to really have that guts and courage to get on if to go live. So,
Yeah, and I'm not pressing anybody to come
yeah,
on live on camera if they don't
yeah,
feel comfortable doing so. But I do appreciate when people at least let me know that they're here in terms of the comments. And if anybody else is still here,
right.
please just let us know in the comments. You can just type here if you are. But it looks like it may be. It looks like it may be that you're the only one still here right now. I
Oh,
can't
okay.
tell for certain. I'm not
I guess
sure
they said, "Oh, it's a private session." No.
Well, Debbie, we'll go ahead and let you go. If there is anybody else that needs any healing, we'll make that offer available. Although I may need to plug in my computer. I see it's about to run out of juice.
Okay. Well, I appreciate. I'm very grateful today. Very
Oh, you're
grateful.
welcome. You're welcome. My pleasure.
And
My
I
pleasure.
guess you know, Spirit led me to go ahead and go for it today.
All right.
I'm good
Well,
about that.
I'm
Yeah.
very thankful that you
Yeah.
followed that and went with it. Um,
Hmm.
uh, and that you were able to experience the benefits of that.
Yeah.
One
Well,
of the
I'll
things.
definitely give you a follow up.
Okay, yeah, please do, please do,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay
please.
then.
Okay,
Well,
Debbie.
enjoy. You still in Texas, right? Houston.
Yeah, I'm in Houston.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Mhm, mhm.
All right. No rain there yet.
I don't think it's rained today.
Oh. Oh. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay then. Well, thank you
Okay.
again.
All right, you're
All right.
welcome. You take care of yourself.
Okay.
All right,
You
bye
okay?
now. And anybody, by the way, what I was able to participate in for Debbie's well-being and the healing that she experienced, that she clearly seems to be a bit tickled by. um, Again, it's not unique to me. You can do this too. You can be a vessel of healing in the same way. It's just a matter of accessing it. I have decided. I know I went a long time without doing it. Did a class in August. Dulcie, you were in that training as well as some other folks who were in that training. I don't know if Jennifer has been here today or not. Um, uh, but we had a really good group. Every single one demonstrated the healing during the course of the training. We've got one scheduled for next month for October 23rd, 24th, and 25th. That's a Friday through Sunday. By Saturday, you'll be doing what you just saw me doing, with Debbie. And frankly, I feel confident that you'll be doing it just as well as me. It will take a little bit time for you to have the confidence that you can do it just as well as me, probably just based on previous experience. But you'll be able to do it just as well as me on Saturday, the 24th. Let alone by the time the 25th rolls around. But it's a 3-day training. By day 2, you'll be doing what I do, and you'll be able to help yourself and others to experience medical miracles. It's such a joy and a privilege to be able to do that. Dulcie said, "Great training." Thank you for that, Dulcie. I think it's a truly beautiful experience. I'm definitely very thankful and appreciative for the ability and the opportunity to be able to share this with people. I really do believe that each and every one of us is blessed to live upon this earth, and that service is part of the rent that we pay for living here. And it's certainly a blessing to be able to serve in this capacity, to be an expression of love and light. I'm not the root of the love and light, but I do acknowledge the presence of God allowing me to be a vessel of it. And it's certainly an honor and a privilege to be able to do that. And you can be too. And I'm sure in your own way you are now. This is another way that you can do that, and a way that you can, take that up a notch and just go deeper within yourself. It would be very healing for you. And you can also be a person who's able to, if you have loved ones who are going through health challenges, you'll be able to help them. If you have clients or you have patients who are going through challenges, you'll be able to be there for them and help alleviate those challenges for them. If you're in ministry and you have parishioners or people in your congregation, people that you minister to that are going through things, there'll be another empowering way that you'll be able to assist them and be of service. Again, I believe that we're all called to serve God in one way or another, and that a key way that we do that is through our service to people. And I find this to be a beautiful way of being able to serve. And it's one of the great joys of my life for sure. Definitely one of the great joys of my life for sure. If there's nobody else that's looking for any healing or anything, we'll go ahead and end this for today. Thank you for all who showed up here today. Not just who showed up on the live video, but all of you who are showing up on the planet. Some of us are aware that we are expressions of love and light. Some of us maybe aren't. But regardless of which is the case with you, thank you for being on the planet right now, and all that you bring to the planet. There's something special and unique and precious in you. Doesn't make you more special than anybody else, but you're certainly no less special than anybody else either. There's a certain uniqueness in the beauty in which you are, and so I really want to acknowledge that. God bless you. I love you. I hope that some beautiful things unfold for you over the course of the remainder of the week and in the coming days. Again, we have training that's available on that's taking place actually on the 23rd, 24th, and 25th of October. if you want to participate, and it's going to be all on Zoom. If you want to participate in that training, just send me a direct message at RoyceFletcher-Thomason, either on here on Facebook, or you can send me that message on Instagram at RoyceFletcher-Thomason. It's probably a little bit more likely that I'll see it more quickly on Instagram than on Facebook, because I have so many more messages just in general on Facebook, and don't see those as quickly. And the battery on my computer is about to run out. And the computer will probably turn off in a moment. So I better end it here. But again, if you'd like to learn this methodology, it's a beautiful thing. I'm certainly honored to be able to utilize it. As Dulcie has shared, she found it to be a beautiful and wonderful experience. And I'm happy to share the experience with you so that you can know the joys and the sense of fulfillment that we experience sharing this with people. All right, God bless you. I love you. I look forward to seeing you soon. Take care now.